ASEAN chair Indonesia warns of sharpening rivalry continuing to divide the Indo-Pacific, even as the US Secretary of State reaffirms the centrality of the bloc in anchoring Washington's engagement with the region.
And for more on this story, Leong Wai-Kit joins us live from Jakarta. Wai-Kit, Indonesia's Foreign Minister Retno Marsudi beginning the East Asia Summit with a strong warning against confrontation in the Indo-Pacific. What does she, and of course Indonesia by extension, want the summit to achieve?
Well, so simply put, they want peace and security in the region, but that's not going to be easy given that there are many other countries with their own agenda, with their own interests and their own interpretations of how security is being looked at in the region. For instance, we have Washington's Indo-Pacific strategy. There's also recently China's Global Security Initiative. But earlier at the press conference, Ms. Marsudi shared that for the first time since the ASEAN Outlook on Indo-Pacific was adopted in 2019, for the first time it was mainstreamed at the East Asia Summit, meaning to say it is being recognized and being prioritized. Now, at the end of the day, ASEAN has also said many times that it doesn't want to be forced to choose sides amid major power rivalry, and at the end of the day, it's also important for ASEAN to navigate all these geopolitical challenges with unity. Now, let's take a listen to what else Ms. Marsudi said earlier.
Sharpening rivalry continues to divide the region. Our region also hosts numerous potential flashpoints. This challenge is becoming more complicated with the evolving non-traditional security challenges such as terrorism, trafficking in person, and maritime piracy.
Now, having said that, Ms. Marsudi said the week-long meetings among ASEAN members and its partners had been successful and fruitful.
Right, of course, Wai-Kit, these mentions, these references to rivalry with the US Secretary of State there, and Russia's foreign minister as well. And our Secretary of State Blinken spoke about violence in Myanmar. Does Washington's stance on what's happening in Myanmar help at all ASEAN's efforts to try to end the crisis there?
Not at all, Wei Su, not at all. Nothing that Washington says or in fact does will affect Myanmar in any way. In fact, we've seen that Washington has slapped several sanctions on Myanmar. Myanmar army had basically brushed them off, saying that they don't make a difference to us because we have been sanctioned before and we can function as a country. Now, Myanmar military here is trying to pick and choose whom they want to work with. It's very obvious that they've undermined ASEAN and ASEAN chair Indonesia by allowing Thailand to meet with deposed leader Aung San Suu Kyi. And it's very clear because Thailand is less hostile and more friendly with the Myanmar army. Now, the key question after this latest turn of events is how the bloc will ride on this latest development and seize this window of opportunity, given that Ms. Aung San Suu Kyi is suddenly in the picture after having been away from the limelight and being locked up in prison since the coup.
All right, thanks for that. Wai-Kit there speaking to us live from Jakarta.